Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to East Providence, Rhode Island, and we're here at East Providence Lanes, and our host, Mike Sodoma, for the round of 4, the semifinal of the NEBA Dexter Turbo Grips non-champs singles event. None of these competitors have won a NEBA before. The winner will receive a free entry into tomorrow's TOC, which is still available at 10 a.m. if you want to come down and bowl. And with me in the booth for the first time on the live stream is none other than our host, Mike Sodoma. How you doing, Mike?
Great, Bruce. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Great to have you here. And, boy, you've had tournaments here the last 3 weekends in a row that I know of, and I don't know about before that, but this is quite the hotbed of tournament activity down here in East Providence.
It has been busy since September between Belmo, SYC.
Right, that's right.
PBA Regional.
That's right.
Here. And then PBA Junior is coming up. So,
well, you do a fantastic job. I can't say enough about how much you know about lane patterns, how much you know about bowler, and how these finicky higher-end bowlers, and you take care of them. You do a great job. It's just one of the best places to go in New England, no doubt about that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So great job, as always. Our competitors are, let's go through what we have here. This is Jamie Gonzalez up here on lane 7. Jamie Silva, apologize, against AJ Villa. And Jamie coming off a 245, 211 victory against Dylan Worth. He was down on 3 and 4. AJ Villa coming off a commanding victory over Kevin Tebow, 247 to 180. And over here on 5 and 6, we have Mark Gonsalves, who is crushing this pattern. He's just shot 278 here on 7 and 8 to Alex Carden's 235 in a match that was a lot closer than that. That match was tied with about 2 frames to go. And down on 11 and 12, one of the most interesting matches of the year, quite frankly, we had Michael Carter against Hagar Halvin Nielsen, who just needed a mark to force Carter to double, and he leaves a 7-10 in the pocket to shoot 152 and only lose by 11.
That was a very interesting match over there.
So Carter coming off a 163 victory. And by the way, before that, he went front 10 to shoot 285. So Carter, 285, 163 his last two. What will happen here? Actually, he just went open in the first, and now he converts the baby split. So here we go. So some very interesting matches here. The pattern is custom made for NEBA. This is one of the Greg Tack and Tommy Hankey patterns. It is called the 2023 Dexter and Turbo Grips Non-Champs pattern. It's 41 feet, 5.19 to 1, 30.55 mils, so quite a bit of oil overall soup on the lanes. But, Mike, what do you see how the guys are playing them and how are they breaking down, and how do you see this pattern knowing your lane beds so well here?
So the lane beds here, especially, they hook a lot in the front. Definitely if you missed right, even now, 2-8-10s, 2-10. If you don't have the right ball and you move in, just like Mike did, unfortunately, 2-10. Mm-hmm. You need to really be in the right part of the lane in order to strike. There's not a lot of forgiveness. But when you have it, like Mark had last game, it's there.
I was going to say the only guy who can get it right and recover is Gonsalves.
Yep.
He's getting it out to it, and it recovers, and he shreds racks.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing. Even AJ, I think he would be subject to, and there's a front 3 for AJ. Good for him. He took out a commanding lead early against Kevin. There's a 210 conversion for Carter. Huge.
Yep.
He goes baby. He's got 3 splits in a row with 2 conversions, so only 1 open. So good for him. And here's our buddy Justin Alves hanging out here, just coming out to watch the action, updating my bracket in a timely manner each time. Thank you so much. Now there's Silva, got one out to about 7. That looked like it recovered.
Yeah.
Right?
The two-handers with the more rev rate, a little more forgiving, it is able to push it out a little farther.
And there's an example of that. There's a Farco coming back across, won't go for Gonsalves. Yeah, remind the 66-year-old left-handed tweener stroker, how few revs he really has left against these guys.
These kids are unbelievable. Even last weekend at the regional, the torque and the rev rate is unreal.
Well, except for the winner who took a pitch black and fires it up the track in the finals.
Adam
Chase, and he just he really just out-thunk everybody, because he's pushing all the oil down. Now Alex Aguirre bowls him in the semifinal, has nothing on the back end, shoots 170.
I've never seen him bucket twice.
Right, he buckets twice in the last 3 frames, right? So he has trouble. So that was a very interesting strategy on that pad. That was the Earl Anthony pattern.
Yes.
And You know, Andrew had 2-0. He needed, if Andrew goes to, you only lost by 10. You know, so he ground out that first match and then cruises on to victory. So good for him.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was an interesting event. And again, our finals were down. The finals were on 5 and 6.
Yep.
So interesting down here. So actually, AJ is at the front 3, and Silva came back to double, but after opening twice. So AJ with a good lead in this match. And here's Gonsalves, got that one high in the pocket. See, he didn't really even swing that way right. It set up. It almost set up for him.
Yep.
So he's got. I think he's got the most area of anybody here.
And that's what you need to create, right? The more midstream you have, the better off you can to strike.
Exactly right. Exactly right. So tomorrow is our TOC. The winner here again, as we said, gets a free entry into that. Our ball winners were Jake DeRosiers, who won a raffle, and then Chris Baker, who was first out of the cut. Cut numbers plus 70 at 9 a.m., plus 92 at 12:30. The outlier was plus 52. About what you expected on this pattern, would you say?
Yeah, the medium. Yeah.
Yeah.
Scores went up second squad, obviously, and
opened up a little bit.
Yep.
And with 30 mils, the center held up, and with the heads here, you have to have a lot in the middle.
Yep.
You know, that held up. So
absolutely.
So, and there's another split by Carter. That would be 4 splits in a row by Carter. And can I convert that one? So he's like, can I ever make a shot that's either a strike or a normal spare? Is that even possible for me? And unfortunately, he's paying the price for it. And that one's right. But it comes back. So AJ opening up some area here with the front 5 against Jamie Silva. AJ was my pick in the round of 8, by the way. Did you have a pick? Round of 8?
Kind of just rooting for the local guys. Obviously, Mike bowls out of here. Mark also bowls here.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I haven't seen Mark very much in NEBA's.
No. He picks and chooses, and
boy, he throws it great.
Yep.
Amazing.
And then Jamie also doesn't bowl here, but he bowls in one of our sister centers and is local. So.
Well, I've seen him down in Brockton, and we bowled some stuff there and things like that. So. And now Carter leaves the 3, 6, 9, 10 and converts it. So this is the most interesting leave game, I would have to say, I've seen this year from Carter. Split, 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 and then 6 off the right. So let's see how we do.
Of all spares to try to make simple the 3, 6, 9, 10.
Right, that's the only one that wasn't a split. So
nope.
And he does make it, so good for him. Silva trying to claw back into this match. And gets it back and gets the carry. Good shot there. So there's 2 opens but the next 4 for Silva compared to front 5 for AJ. I'll say thanks to Dexter and Turbo Grips, Paul Sylvia, our friend over at Dexter, and Chris Sand from Turbo Grips, adding $1,000 to this event, to this prize fund. So thanks very much, guys. Meanwhile, Gonsalves gets the double, and he's got a very nice lead now with, unfortunately, Carter at 30 under. Gonsalves 9 over. That would be a 39-pin lead in the 5th frame. And that's with 2 very hard split conversions by Carter.
He's going to need a little help. He's going to have to figure it out real quick.
He's going to have to start striking. That's what he's got to do. And AJ, once again, rips the rack. Boy, I think when he saw the 10 go out, he was pretty happy, but unfortunately leaves a blower 7. And again, can't rest because Silva in the back last 4 here. There goes Gonsalves, dead flush on that one. Beautiful shot. And he is running away with this match. And Mike here with his command center. On the lanes, looks like he's got the software to run the center in front of you there, right?
Yeah, it just makes it easier. The front desk can worry about open play, and I can just take care of the tournament, whatever they need.
There you go.
Turning on practice, score change, anything of that nature.
Nice, nice.
The sync system's a great system to have.
Yeah, that's the Brunswick sync, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what that is, yeah.
Mike's finally on the board.
Yes, finally strikes. Defending champion here, Zach Bogholtz from last year. I assume we'll see him tomorrow in the TOC. And coming up for NEBA is on 12/16 is the Better Bowling Concepts Seniors. in Norwich. And then after that is our annual meeting. So we'll have lots of interesting discussion points on things like how to speed up the tournament and patterns and other types of rule changes and bylaws and things like that if you want to come out. We will also have a, oh, here's a very interesting hit by Carter, almost a 4-6, but leaves the 4-pin. So Carter just can't get dialed in on this pair. And then the next day we'll have the Ideal Bowling Concept singles at Norwich. And AJ, no doubt about that one. And then that will be the final of the Paul Forey series. We have our 32 finalists for the Paul Forey, and the top 20 will participate in the prize list with 2,000 on top. It's your final finishing position in that tournament. So if you're in that top 32, get yourself out to Norwich, make the cut, and get yourself in that top 20 of that prize list. Make some money. There's Jamie. I think it's a must strike. Gets it out, gets the Farkle, screams across. Will not take out the 10. And as much as he just threw the last 4, he is still 33 pins down. Is Jamie. And so AJ in a commanding position here. We will move over to 9 and 10, which has not been used for the last couple of rounds. And in fact, interesting, Mike, we started with a round of 32 with still only 2 on a pair. And usually for the round of 32, we have 4 on a pair. So we haven't seen a lot of play on 9 and 10. So it's going to definitely be different when the guys get there.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to have to refer back to almost the round of 16.
Yeah, it'll be tighter, and it's always interesting because, you know, you're nervous anyway in the title match.
Yep.
Then you add to that this fact that they almost never play the same.
Yeah.
What they're coming off of. Now, that's way right. He's going to get that one back. No way. That's a 2-7 for Jamie. Now he's got 224 in the out, and Armando pacing at 239. So definitely AJ's match at this point.
It's going to stay clean.
And look at the revs.
Same thing with Mark here.
Mark's got massive revs on that shot. He's looking strong. So neither of these matches particularly close. And Carter can go 2-0-0 on the out with Mark pacing to 218. And Carter does not do that. He's through the beak. Unfortunately, his troubles of the last game carrying over into this game, and this time he's not going to get by.
Just couldn't get the ball to figure out the right ball for the pattern with the breakdown.
No, yeah, I think it's just hooking early on him. And like you say, you move in, it's 210. You move out, it hooks early, and now what? So, can't even no man's land. So AJ with hit almost a mark here will just about wrap up this match.
Yep.
Well, actually, he needs to be 224, so he slaps the 10. No problem there. 89 deuce. Yeah, he's there. One more mark. That will do it. Jamie can still shoot 224, but
he's going to need a lot of help.
AJ pacing at 240s now.
Yeah.
John Kirker Sr., John's dad, has kicked in $500 for the senior event at Norwich this year. He did that at the TOC, at our Hall of Fame dinner, Mike. That was fun.
Oh.
Yeah, it was really cool. He had such a good time. He kicked in $500 as a sponsorship. And there is the ring 10. PJ has been slapping those 10s out each time, but and he goes, oh, shucks. I'm only going to win by 40. PJ needs to clean this up, and then he'll win. Now that made the left turn for Mark, but not enough. But just bowling it out now, these two guys will be in the finals. There's a good shot there by AJ on the cover. And moving along a pace here. It's only just after 6, and we're ready for the final match. And only had had 3 on a pair today, so we were done right on time. Got through the 1-lane courtesy and everything. We got through to the finals.
Yeah.
Started right around 3:30, right around 3:30 to 4. And,
No, it's been a great pace all day. And putting match play, one person on a lane, really helped the first round.
It did. It moved more quickly, no doubt about it.
Yep.
Usually it's 4, and if we have a round of 40, we'll sometimes have 2 rounds.
Yep.
Which really also carves up, the lanes to make them more tricky.
Yep.
So, no, this is great. This is awesome. And between 1 and 2 not in play, and you had a breakdown of 19 and 20, we were up to 35 and 6?
36, yep.
35 and 6 for the first round of the finals, which is most of the house. Now, what was that?
Oh, Mark put one in the gutter.
He puts that in the gutter. 41. No, he's done.
Yep.
He wins. That was strange. Doesn't he play in the middle?
But that's the beauty of 60 lanes.
I guess it's right. That's right. When you have it,
when you have it, I can use it.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, just the land of the big house. You know what I'm saying? It's like these are going to get more and more precious and valuable. I think
there's less and less of them.
There's so many more lanes go to 24th, even 16. The smaller FECs. Things like that.
Even 40s are starting to be hard to find around the country. A lot of them closing down.
Well, NEBA, we're putting in 150 to 200 entries just about every event, and so we're saying we normally will not go to less than a 40.
Yep.
And so more and more we've been doing that with some of the specialty events like the Keen events and things like that. But most of the time we need a big center.
Yep.
And sometimes the Bolero centers are not as hospitable in terms of timing. They need their open play and things like that. So, having an independent center like this is just can't thank you enough and how valuable it is.
So I love having all the tournaments, everything around, everything I can take my way. We always willing to take.
Well, it's great. We all really appreciate it. So, and Carter, unfortunately, is going to bowl about the same game he just bowled. Too bad his opponent is going to bowl, even, but close enough. Now AJ's got a chance to go 240, 250 here back to back. So AJ is definitely scoring on this. And we'll see what happens. We've got two-handers and 2 powerful players into the finals. Can you Can you come back to the final?
Yeah.
Sweet. Awesome. We'll watch AJ finish out here, and then we'll move the Mevo, and then we will get ourselves back online down over on 9 and 10. Well, thank everybody for tuning in. We'll be right back for the final. It'll be AJ against Mark Buchholz, and we will be right back. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you in a minute.